Moving on for now, enforced social distancing and mask wearing has come to an end in the British Parliament as all the ministers were recalled from the summer break to discuss the situation in Afghanistan. The British parliamentarians have packed the House of Commons, bringing an end to virtual speeches and proxy voting. The United Kingdom has made a decision to welcome up to 5,000 Afghans. This will be a part of a new resettlement program. The first year of this program will prioritise women, girls and other minorities to settle in the UK. Prime Minister Boris Johnson promised to avert a humanitarian crisis in Afghanistan. Listen in.
Not all of that debate, and certainly
Mr. Speaker, I know that members across the House share my concern about the situation in Afghanistan, the issues it raises for our own security and the fears of many remaining in that country, especially women and children. I thank my honourable friend. I can assure him that I will, and as I will be saying in just a few moments, we will be supporting, doing everything we can to support those who have helped the UK mission in Afghanistan and investing everything that we can to support the wider area around Afghanistan and to do everything we can to avert a humanitarian crisis.
The Prime Minister faced scathing remarks and questions from the opposition leaders. The Labour leader Keir Starmer described the UK's response to the Afghanistan situation as quote-unquote complacent, while former Prime Minister Theresa May questioned the government's quote-unquote miscalculations regarding the Taliban's strength. Theresa May also called the NATO's actions in Afghanistan incomprehensible. When asked about any plans regarding NATO's actions in Afghanistan, Boris Johnson dismissed all doubts of NATO restarting any military action in Afghanistan. He said that the NATO members have lost the appetite to continue operations in Afghanistan, especially now that the Taliban have taken over.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Can I concern us all that the Prime Minister's judgment on Afghanistan has...
I have to. I'm grateful to my right honourable friend. I spoke to Secretary General Stoltenberg only the other day about NATO's continuing role in Afghanistan, but I really think that it is an illusion to believe that there is appetite amongst any of our partners for a continued military presence or for a military solution imposed by NATO in Afghanistan, Mr. Speaker. That idea ended with the combat mission in 2014, and I do not believe that today, I do not believe that deploying tens of thousands of British troops to fight the Taliban is an option that, no matter how sincerely people may advocate it, and I appreciate their sincerity, but I do not believe that that is an option that would commend itself either to the British people or, Mr. Speaker, to this House.
And our London Bureau Chief, Mandy Clark, getting us this report on these developments. Take a look.
Prime Minister Boris Johnson recalled Parliament and started by saying the UK will do everything in its power to avert a humanitarian crisis in Afghanistan. And he went on to say it was an illusion that the UK alone could have prevented the collapse of Afghanistan after the American withdrawal. Speaking at the House of Commons, he also said that the situation at the airport in Kabul had stabilized, but it was still fairly precarious. While the Taliban had said women's rights will be respected, Home Secretary Priti Patel said it was hard to believe the PR operation that they're currently seeing, and she didn't believe the Taliban. The UK has promised to take in 20,000 Afghan refugees on top of those providing refuge for those assisted the British military effort in the country. Patel says she wants the majority to be women and girls and people from persecuted minority groups. Mandy Clark, Boldest One, WION, London.
WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.